Hi everyone, it's Shannon, aka QB Crossing, and today we are back with another island tour, and this one is just a perfect natural island. It is just so effortlessly beautiful, and the creator describes it as just having a lot of light pinks and blues and whites, so I think the color palette is just gorgeous, and I cannot wait to share it with you all. But before we get into it, let's just thank today's sponsor. Thank you to HelloFresh for sponsoring today's video. HelloFresh is a weekly meal kit service that delivers seasonal recipes and fresh, pre-measured ingredients straight to your door. As you may know, I've worked with HelloFresh before and I'm absolutely obsessed. I work full-time and create content whenever I'm not working, so my busy schedule makes it super hard to plan and meal prep each week. I think I had been ordering out almost every day for quite a while, so HelloFresh has helped me stay on track with simple recipes and I feel better about what I'm eating. It's great because I don't have to worry about finding a recipe. Everything is already laid out for you, and there's 50 weekly options, so there are plenty of amazing dishes to choose from, including veggie, pescatarian, and fit and wholesome meals, so you'll never end up in a recipe rut. They also offer a wide variety of quick and easy recipes that minimize prep and make cleanup a breeze, which I have been just loving. If you want to try HelloFresh, use my link or go to HelloFresh.com and use code POGQBMay16 for up to 16 free meals and 3 surprise gifts across 6 HelloFresh boxes plus free shipping. Once you click, my description will live update to count up the purchases. Thank you to HelloFresh and thank you to you all. Let's get back to the tour. Okay, so looking at the map now, I love to see what types of maps creators choose when they're starting their islands. So this island does have 2 south-facing river mouths, which I know some people like, some people don't like. I had that on my last island and I thought it was a really nice challenge, so I'm really excited to see how it looks just as we're walking around the island. There's 3 resident reps here, which is quite a lot, but honestly, it's really nice to have more buildings on your island. And then I cannot get over how cute every single villager on this island is. Like, for real, Joey is the best villager in the game. I really will stand by that. He is just so cute. But everyone on this island is really adorable. If you want to grab the dream address, you can grab it now. You could grab it in the description later, whatever works for you. But I'm super excited, so let's just get right into this. Okay, so right at the entrance, I already need to just like open up the camera app because I'm loving the pathing that they're using. I just cannot get over this path over here. This is one that I kind of want to use on my new island, but I love the brick and how it's kind of having these little like grass edges. It's just so pretty and it makes for a really like nice natural garden type of island, and I'm already getting that really natural aesthetic, but I do really like these like more pathed out areas. So just really adore this. Also, I can already tell that their beaches are decorated, which to me is a huge thing to do. I hate decorating my beaches, so whenever I come to islands and their beaches are decorated, I'm always just blown away that they've had the time and energy to do all of this. But I really like this because we have some picnic areas and then just some cute little setups over here. Over here, it looks like we have a little like dessert or cafe, and I'm definitely seeing a lot of these like blues and whites over here. The creator did say that there's like a lot of light blues and pinks and a lot of whites on the island, so I'm really just excited to see how all the colors kind of merge together. And I think that this is one of the reps' houses over here, but I'm not gonna probably go in the houses. I like to mostly look at the exteriors for tours, but definitely do visit if you want to see how the interiors look. I just love this. Like this little bridge moment over here and the pathing over here as well. Like the way that this transitions from the dirt pathing to the brick pathing, and even how they have this little grass path code over here. I think it's really important to use codes that you really love, and that's what I'm going to definitely do on my next island. And I think I'm going to go for a more simplistic look like this island has here. It's definitely very curated and a lot of work has went into it, but it just has that like very simple, effortless vibe to it, which I love. And this stone code over here is just stunning. Like I am just blown away right now because it's perfect. We have a little like storefront over here. And if we continue over to the left, Able Sisters is over here. And there's this really nice like kind of blanket code underneath and a little place to sit. It is so precious. I also love the way that they're using these storefronts to create these little like buildings. It's such a good way to use the storefronts, especially if you want just like more structures on your island. It's really important to think of creative ways to use the items that we have if you don't have any more buildings to work with. This little area over here is super cute, just with like a little seating area and the amazing codes that they're using. This is another code that I've been wanting to use, this little dirt one with these stones on top of it. It's such a good code, and it meshes so nicely with this little brick code as well. And I just want to zoom into this because the amount of detail that went into these little picnic areas is just so charming. Like the little shoes, the little pocketbook, the pie item, and the decorative bottles. So many good pairings of items that we're seeing already here. I just want to make sure that I didn't miss whatever was over here. We have like a little land bridge, or this isn't a land bridge, this is an actual bridge over by the river mouth. And I think it's really nice to leave the river mouths as they are if you can. Obviously you can cover over them, but if you can make them work within your island, I always think it's really nice to just incorporate the natural landscape that your map comes with. Okay, so we're gonna continue back over this way, and I'm just gonna kind of follow where these little signposts are. So we have this little party lights arch, which is an amazing new item that we have. And I love the way that they're using it here, because I think when you frame a little pathway with the party lights arch, it just makes such a big difference, and it adds a lot of personality to the area. Over here we have some little kids tents, so it seems like a campsite area, and the bistro table over here works really nicely as well. And then we have this diagonal pathing going on here with the dirt path. So as you can see, they're using this little like path edge over here, which is a custom code. And it's just so nice if you want to use the regular path code, like the in-game one, because you can plant things in it. Like you can see they have some weeds in here. You can plant flowers on it. So it's a really nice option if you want to use a diagonal path, but still be able to like plant flowers and weeds and things like that within it. If we follow this over here, we're seeing just so much detail, and even look at those little bubbles in the distance. That little bubble machine is such a nice touch that I always forget to use on my island, but I love just the movement that it adds. It's really so perfect for an island like this. And I just really like the kind of like diagonal, almost like asymmetry that we have going on here, because it's not symmetrical, but I just think that it's so pretty with all of the colors that they're using. These light colors are so beautiful to like brighten up in islands like this. Using all of the whites and blues has just really helped a lot. And yeah, so we have the campsite sign over here, and a little like car with a little barbecue area. Definitely something that I would love to, somewhere I would love to be right now. And then we have a little fishing area over by this man-made lake over here, which is just so cute. So some more areas over here with the storefronts. And then, okay, so this is like leading you to the actual campsite. And I've seen a couple people do this before, but I think it's such a fun idea to add more kids tents over by your campsite. So it becomes this like really big campground feel. I've never seen a layout quite like this, and of course I love it because this island is just giving me everything that I want. But the little like wood planks and the dirt, everything just comes together so beautifully. And again, I don't want to say it over and over again, but there is this effortless beauty all throughout the island. I would love to just see this creator's thought process as they're decorating, because it just feels like it comes so naturally to them. We have some more like little picnic areas over here, and a little truck as well. And if you follow the dirt path, there's a few different directions you can go. So I'm not really sure where I want to go first. I think I'll go up the incline, but this is making me really want to use this like white incline, which I totally forgot about, but it looks so nice with the like fencing that they have here. And then, oh wow, look at this. There's like a whole lookout area towards the back of their island. I've always wanted to do something like this on my island, where you have this like kind of walkway. It almost feels like a boardwalk, and then you just are looking out at the ocean behind you. I've never actually done it, but this is so beautiful, and I really just feel like this island is everything that I want my new island to be. So I'm getting so much inspiration right now just like looking at this. And I think sometimes we overlook the actual beauty of the game, but the ocean detail in this game is just gorgeous. I love to like just sit here and look at the waves, look at the water. It's just so relaxing and pretty. I hope I'm not alone in this, but it's really nice. Sometimes when you get too bogged down in designing, it's nice to just look at all the beauty that the game already has to offer. And you can also go over here to some little camp areas. I just think it's, honestly, I don't have one bad thing to say about this island. Not that I ever say anything bad about islands, but this one is just, it's just perfect. Every little area has the right amount of detail, and that's really hard to achieve on an island. Look at this over here. It kind of looks like there's some like newsprint down, you know, when you're doing like an arts and crafts and you just put some newspaper down. This is such a good idea for a tablecloth. I've never thought to do that. If we come over here, you can actually continue to like just explore, and we have some of the villager houses over here. We have the two little horses that look like they're kissing. So cute. And I'm just loving the mixture of codes. I will make sure to put all of the codes in the description in case there's anything you all want to use, but I think I'm definitely going to be using some of the codes on this island as well. Also, you can definitely get lost on this island just like running around and seeing what there is. So we had went up this incline before, so I'm going to continue. I always just like to make sure that you guys know where I'm at in the tour in case you're following along with me. But look at the like pink medieval walls. That's something I've never thought to use, but now that I see them on this island, I can totally see myself using these pink medieval walls because they're such a nice light color. And if you have an island like this with all these light colors, it really just works nicely with that. We have another villager house over here and then an incline, and I think this leads you to the secret beach. Okay, how pretty is this? Like I said, it is just the simple beauty of this island. So we have a villager house over here and then some fencing. There's a car parked as well. And I love that they continue the sand right before the secret beach. It just is so, so good. Whenever I go to an island like this, I'm like, I just want to steal every idea. I love that though, like when you visit an island and you feel so inspired, because that's exactly how I feel right now. If we come up this way, we have a bit of a neighborhood, so a little bit more of a pathed out design over here, and then we have kind of like this cul-de-sac type of thing. So we have 4 houses, and then in between here there's some trees and a little like stall or plant shop over here. And if we come up this way, I think that this probably like connects to some other pathing on the island. So this is behind resident services. I'm really just liking the transitions from the like kind of more structured pathing to the more natural pathing, because that's something I tried on my last island, and it's definitely very tricky to get the right mix of those different types of paths. So over here we have another rep house, so another one of those big houses. And I also just want to mention that it's definitely really nice to add more of these houses on your island if you're looking to like fill up spaces. And if you're someone like me, I love to have as many buildings as possible, so I think having more houses on the island is always a plus. And then in these more natural areas, they're using the dirt pathing to guide you along. And we have Nook's Cranny over here, which of course just looks perfect. We have some like little wood planks and some dirt in front here. All I want to do is just check behind this like pergola and make sure that I'm not missing anything before I go too much further. We have some really pretty natural areas over here. So some really nice transition area inspiration if you're looking for just some inspiration for those filler areas. This is definitely really nice. And then they've covered the museum completely with this medieval wall. And as I said before, I think that the medieval wall in the pink is actually so underrated because I've never really seen it, and now I want to definitely use it on my island. There's also this little like seating area right in front of the museum. And it just is really nice because it's an area to bring in some of these custom codes and patterns to just really bring your island to the like aesthetic that the rest of the island is. I think a lot of the times when you're trying to add tables and chairs and things like that, we only have so many different customization options to work with. So it's really nice to be able to customize different patterns and have everything just really fit the general aesthetic of your island. We also have a little area over here to like sit. The ATM is over here as well. Feels very realistic. And then just some really nice little filler spots as well over by the beach. I think if we come up here, we can start to see what's going on the right side of the island. But just like look at this beauty of this transition area over here with the dirt, the wood planks, these other little wood planks coming through here. And I'm just gonna like open up the camera app to see. Looks like this may be like a bit of a photo booth. I've never thought to do that on my island, but how good is that? I'm going to continue this way because I don't think we've really seen the right side of the island in full yet. So we're going to come through here and oh, look at this. It's a little like cafe. And again, they're really being like very specific with the colors that they're using. So we're seeing a lot of like light pinks come through here, even the pink gyroid, and then some of the like pink mums as well. And then this house over here has a lot of the little pink accents, which just works perfectly with this little area. Over here, there's a bit of a cafe. And again, with these medieval walls, they just really tie the island together so nicely. Little dessert sign. And then we have the peninsula over here with the gazebo. So good. I love a nice simple peninsula. And I think that the gazebo and the peninsula are the perfect items to fill up your peninsula. I have been like, just my life has changed since those items came into the game. We have another one of the rep houses over here, and just look at this. Look at this terraforming right here. That is just stunning. I never think to put houses like so close to the edge or so close to the beach, but doing something like this, it's just so unique. I feel like we see a lot of the same terraforming lately, so I love to just see islands like this where they're trying something different, but it really just feels realistic, it feels unique, and it's just all around really inspiring. Also the wheat fields all throughout here. I'm a huge fan of the wheat fields, so I really just like that. I wanted to go to the pier, but there's nothing on the pier, which is totally okay because I don't think I did anything on my pier for my island either. And then this is actually, oh wow, this is their river mouth. So what a good way to terraform your river mouth. They really did keep where the river mouths were and they didn't try to cover them up, but they really made them work on the island, which is really hard to do, but it looks so natural and fits in with the rest of the island. I want to just make sure I go back here and that I didn't miss anything because we have another little pink villager house over here. Did I go back here yet? Yes. Okay, so that was that little like bakery area. And there was a few things over by the front that I still wanted to check out. Also, this little like white destination signpost is the perfect customization for this island. We have another villager house over here. I think this is Marshall. Oh, Flurry. Whoops. I don't know what I'm talking about. I thought I saw Marshall on this island, but maybe Flurry's house looks exactly the same, unless I customized it. But there's a little dessert stand up here. One of the resident reps is hanging out. Also, I don't know if they were keeping these flowers just for themselves or if this was supposed to be like a little flower field, but either way, it's really perfectly curated, and I think this is actually so pretty. I feel like this is just so nice. Makes me want to just like curate some really pretty flowers and put them on my beaches. As we go around here, I just am like taking in all the beauty and detail of this island because there's just so many like precious little spots. And when I meant simplistic with this island, I know a lot of work went into this, but it's not overly cluttered or overly decorated. Although I do love islands like that, this is just like the perfect amount decorated. And that little like picture on the iron garden table, it just is the perfect decoration. Okay, let's see. I think we saw everything, right? We saw the campsite, we saw Nooks, the museum. I think we saw most of the houses, and this island just totally blew me away. So be sure to send the creators some love because they really deserve it. And I am just so excited to see what they do next. Thank you all for watching today's video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.